So yesterday I did a short video talking about the possibility of Paramount Pictures buying out Warner Brothers, and I talked about how much I really don't want that to happen for a multitude of reasons. One, I hate this whole like mega conglomerate merger thing. Every time it happens, it's just less competition and more like less. It feels like less work is put into products because like why should we have to compete if like if we can just buy our competition? Looking at you, Disney, for starting that. Although, yes, I know. Oh, someone's going to go, oh, but that's been going on even longer than Disney. I know, but Disney really kind of kicked off this whole buyout thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's one thing. The other major reason is Paramount gives me no reason to believe they can actually function as a proper company. Like, for real. They have given me no reason. This merger with Skydance, for one thing, had to go through with making certain sacrifices and certain people's jobs and whatnot, just to appease certain people within the administration. I will say no more. So that's one thing. And also, has anything Paramount put out as of late really given you any reason to go, I trust them with the entirety of the catalog of everything Warner Brothers has, ranging from Cartoon Network, Hanna-Barbera, DC Comics, Looney Tunes, everything else Warner Brothers have. Does any of what Paramount has done as of late given you any pause to go, yeah, I can trust Paramount with that? I mean, how bad they handled Transformers 1 alone, as well as Ballerina, should make you go, hard pass. That should be the genuine thought process behind thinking that, is like, just look at that and how bad they misfired on promoting their movies as of late, and also how badly they've kind of mishandled their animation departments. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, Warner Brothers has done so much better. No, they have arguably done just as bad, if not worse, than Paramount. But Paramount has given me no reason to believe they can do that. Now, again, this buyout, they're preparing for a bid. That's the rumor right now, is they are making a bid for they're making a big bid for this buyout. And that's really it. They may not even get the buyout because, from what I hear, Zaslav is too arrogant and also too prideful to let go of a project. So, who knows? Could it happen? Yes. It couldn't happen. It may not happen at the same time. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So basically, we're kind of at a state where we don't know what's going to happen. But if that buyout, if there are other people potentially looking to buy Warner Brothers, I would dare say there is another studio. I would prefer, if I don't like the idea of Warner Brothers Discovery and all that, or Warner Brothers Paramount, or what have you. But if there was to be, like, gun to my head, like if there was one studio I would feel like better off owning Warner Brothers and all the IP they have, it's going to be Universal. Like, I know, like, and again, I acknowledge that Universal Studios is just as bad. NBC Universal has its own share of flaws. I have been no stranger to call spade a spade with how they treat some of their properties and how they've, had relations with other companies. But here's the thing. Universal Studios has been on, like, NBC Universal has been on the warpath as of late. Like, they've been the absolute warpath in terms of, like, theme park funding, putting in guest relations, content. Peacock is a wasteland. Let's not kid ourselves. Peacock is does anyone care about Peacock outside of what was I going to say? Outside of anyone. Like, does anyone care about Peacock in terms of a streaming service? Oh, no one cares about Peacock? Okay, that's what I thought. But that's the thing, is that while they have a lot of flaws, there's a lot more good to interact with. I mean, again, they have a better animation department. They have a better movie relations department. Everything about them, the Universal regime as of late has proven that not only that, they want to compete harder with Disney. And if they bought Warner Brothers, they would just That would be an extra FU to Disney, wouldn't it? Like, it would be such an FU if, like, not only do they keep Marvel Superhero Island because that's in their contract, that deal was made before the buyout, so that the Marvel Superhero Island and Islands of Adventures can literally stay as is for indefinite. It's not like with the Simpsons ride where it does have a contract limit for negotiations, which again leads to everyone believing, yeah, that's probably going to go away. But Universal Studios, wouldn't it be so absolutely diabolical, like just absolutely diabolical, if they made a DC, like a Justice League land at Universal Studios Hollywood, or make a land at a DC land at this new Universal Studios Family Land in Texas? Right? Wouldn't that just be absolutely wouldn't that just be diabolical? Now, I don't know how that would work with the, Warner Brothers deal, but if they bought Warner Brothers, that means they would have the right to they could still have all the stuff in Six Flags as well. Like, they could still, since they would own Warner Brothers, they could have all the stuff with in Six Flags with Looney Tunes and DC superheroes. So, but that would just be absolutely just a mad lad move if they just put DC in a Universal park. I don't know if they'd put it in Florida, somewhere in Florida, but I would imagine they would do it in a heartbeat. Same with, I think, the idea of them taking ownership of other DC properties, like, not like other properties like cartoons. Let's be real, DreamWorks Animation has some solid films, but their TV studio department, Universal, has not come out with a lot of bangers in terms of like memorable cartoons. I'm talking cartoon movies, so no one go in the comments go, what about How to Train Your Dragon? Yeah. Also, they would have full rights to all the Potterheads out there. They would actually have full rights. They wouldn't just have to share rights with Warner Brothers, because if they bought Warner Brothers, Universal could just now own they could now officially own Harry Potter. Like, they could officially do whatever they want without going through the channels. I mean, they'd still have to deal with Rowling, unfortunately, but they wouldn't have to like make plans and work stuff out with everyone over at Warner Brothers, because it'd be like, we're the boss now. So that's another plus right there. And on top of that, like, I feel like they would have a lot more interest in the like IPs. Like, again, I think they would have a lot, like their animation department would probably have a gas with what they could get out of Warner Brothers. Like, again, stuff from the Cartoon Network era, Hanna-Barbera, all of these other ideas that they could just play with. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes alone, in terms of their cartoons, would probably be like a major success story for them. So I would love to see like, if I was to pick any studio to buy out Warner Brothers, it would probably be Universal, but I just don't want Paramount. Because Paramount, why? Why do you need to do this, Paramount? You just went through a horrible merger that was for no other reason. Like, it was because you were struggling, and that's why you went with Skybound. And now suddenly you want to buy another massive studio that's been passed through so many owners. It was like a hooker at a bar. I don't know. So anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below. Would you want to see Universal buy it out or someone else? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.